Hi, it's been a while. I thought I'd give a sort of end of the year state of the collection video. Keep in mind this is collection one. I have another collection that's specifically chock full of Casios, which I'll probably cover in a different video. So yeah, let's get into it. This right here is my first watch. I got it after I received my first paycheck. It was a sort of a month-long job as part of a sports tournament. I did it with my childhood best friends, and it opened our eyes with how different the working world is compared to student life, because we were just, relatively privileged high school students with a good life, and suddenly we started working in a place where everyone treated us like shit. But all things said and done, I learned a lot from that job, and after I got my first paycheck, I went to the closest shopping mall, and Fossil was one of the first stores I saw. So I went for it. Took me a while to sort of pick which watch I wanted, but in the end, I favor simplicity and function, so I went for the black dial, stainless steel, and chronograph function. It's amazing. Now, I'm quite ashamed to say that, I don't really wear this watch anymore. You can probably tell since the battery's dead, but I still keep it in my collection because it means so much to me. Anyways, on to watch number two, the Omega Mission to the Moon, moonswatch, whatever you want to call it. I went on a road trip across Europe with my family. We went to 6 countries and I think up to 22, 23 towns and cities in total. And because my uncle and I were both watch freaks, we sort of deliberately put Switzerland in one of the stops, and specifically Interlaken, Switzerland. And I remember arriving there and walking up an intersection and then looking to my left and seeing all the iconic Swiss brands that we all know and love. But it wasn't until we entered the Swatch store, this was sort of a year after the moonswatch hype died, so they actually have these watches in stock, that my uncle suddenly turned to me and said, "Hey, do you want one?" And so we we walked out of that store with new watches, gifts from my uncle to commemorate the trip. As usual, I changed the strap because the Velcro strap that came with it is just absolute dog water. I changed it with this sort of curved G-Shock-like rubber strap, and it works so well. It's one of my favorite sort of weekend watch to wear, for some, brunch, coffee, or lunch with friends, whatever. It's a really good one. I love this. So the next watch is my first big boy purchase, so to speak. It's the Tag Heuer Formula One with alarm function, which is really loud, like no joke. It's louder than my Casios, so I kind of turned it off for now. But the point is, I bought this watch to commemorate a career milestone. I won't go too deep into that because it's a long story, but the point is, I did something I'm very proud of, altered the direction of my career, and I wanted to get something to commemorate it. This connects in part with the moonswatch from earlier because my uncle, who gifted me that moonswatch, he's a big Tag Heuer and Rolex fan. And I remember every time I would try on his Aqua Racers or his Formula Ones, I would tell myself that the day that I'm able to pick one of these up, it means that this hobby will be a lifelong thing. And here we are. Finally got one, and I love it. The heft is insane. It's noticeable. It's very, very noticeable. It's one of the first things I noticed because, I was used to wearing moon swatches and Casios beforehand. So this really opened a whole new world of fit and finish for me. And this is probably my most worn watch because of that. I wear this almost every day. It's my go-to. I mean, it's a black dial with stainless steel. It's versatile. You can do it with anything. And the last watch in my main collection is this guy, the Seiko 5 SRPD 61K1, if I'm not mistaken. It's a recent acquisition, and I'm actually in love with the green dial. I'm usually pretty basic with my watches. I mean, you can tell I like black and stainless steel, but I wanted to branch out, and I wanted to wear something that's less in your face as this Tag Heuer. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love this, and I love this one too, but I take the train every day to commute, and this really draws attention on my wrist, especially since it's quite big. So I wanted an automatic piece, because all the watches I showed you before are quartz, and I wanted something reliable and sort of functional. I wear my watches to work because timing stuff is actually really, really useful, and I wanted to try something else other than a chronograph function to time things, and so where else to look other than the dive watch category. I love this watch. It's versatile, it's automatic, and my god, the seconds hand sweep is insane. Look at that. I love it. If you watch my previous videos, you'd probably see a lot more affordable watches that I've worn and reviewed. They're either sold or given to other people, or they've earned a place in my Casio collection. The point is, the 4 watches you see before you are a part of my main collection, and there will be more videos in the future, hopefully in 2025. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this.